Yo, what up? It's your boy Amir, period. Welcome to another episode of That's Dope. So look, if this is your first time seeing one of my videos and you're new to the channel, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and rock with me and follow me on this journey. And if you have seen my videos before and you're not subscribed to the channel, you're missing out. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get an alert every time a new video is uploaded, all right? So look, for the past week, man, the only album I've been listening to is this Dj Khaled album. Super dope, man. There's some crazy records on there, but there's one in particular, I think it's Lil Wayne and Lil Baby, but it has a Freaking You sample from Jodeci. And it's super dope, and I actually used that sample on a beat a couple years ago. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna upload my version of it that I did to my site at amirperry.com. So if you haven't checked out the website, you should. There's a gang of other beats on there, but I'm gonna upload that particular beat to the site as well. But what hearing that song did though was it just made me want to revisit Jodeci's catalog and see if I can find something else to flip, because they had a gang of hit songs and all the records were really dope, you know, great songs. So what I did was I actually found something in one of their songs called Fiendin', that a little part that I could sample. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that and we're just gonna build on top of it and see if we can come up with something dope. All right, so let's get it. All right, so for this sample, what I did was I actually pulled the sample into Pro Tools on the grid, opposed to chopping it up and then loading it into Battery, which I do sometimes. It really depends on the sample and the type of sample that I'm using and what I want to do to the sample. But for this particular one, I pulled it in on the grid, and I'm actually using the elastic audio function in Pro Tools to kind of stretch it out for the timing, because there was a little bit of a timing thing in there. So there are two parts of the sample that I'm using. I'm going to play the first part for you, and then I'll play the second part for you so you can hear what it sounds like.
I can't leave you alone. I can't leave you alone.
All right, so that's the first part of the sample. Now I'm gonna play for you the other part that we're gonna be using. And this part I'm just gonna use for the second half of the verse. I already kind of got it in my mind how I want to lay out the beat, so I'm gonna play that part for you. Like I said in another one of my videos, I like to use EQ to place things in the mix where I want it to sound like it's coming from. So I just went in here and I tweaked the EQ a little bit on both of the samples, and I tweaked them both a little bit differently. I'm high passing this one, and then I'm actually doing a low pass to just kind of narrow the bandwidth of where that sound is coming from. So that's what I'm doing on those particular samples. So I got this sound though that I pulled up from Expand, and it's actually just something, a sound that I actually just made. I actually just stacked this sound. It's called Hybrid String Stack, and then there's a sound called Polypad. It sounds like this. All right, so let's add that on top of the sample.
I can't leave you alone. I can't leave you alone.
This particular sound, I think I only want to use it when the sample is playing. Let's figure out something to play on this second part, where I said I'm going to use the second part of the sample when it's going to be on the second half of the verse. So let me figure out something. Okay, I got it. So let's record this. All right, so the next sound we got is from a soft synth from Korg. It's M1, and the sound is called Black Hole. And this sound is actually there just for texture. You know me, I like to just add sounds for texture opposed to it really having like a significant purpose. It's like something that's underneath that you can hear it, but it's really there for feel. So this is what it sounds like. Those are the chords we're going to be playing, so let's add that.
I can't leave you alone. I can't leave you alone.
And you probably can really barely hear that. And like I say, it's really more just a texture thing than anything. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep building. All right, so next we're gonna start building up the verse. I got this sound from Expand. It's called Jupiter Unison Bass, and it sounds like this. All right, so let's add that. All right, so I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna clean that bass up a little bit. I heard a couple little things in there that I want to change and a couple little notes that overlap, so let's do that. All right, so up next we got a sine sound that I'm using out of Reason, and you could use any sine sound really because they all sound alike, but for whatever reason I like to use this particular one. It's called the Raw 2600 sine, but it's playing the exact same thing that the bass is playing. So what I did was I just copied that track to this track, and I'll let you hear what it sounds like by itself, then I'll play them together. All right, so now I'll play them together. All right, so up next we got another sound from Reason, and it's actually coming out of the Maelstrom instrument that's in Reason, and it's actually just the breath voices, and it's not a preset or anything. It's just a sound that I went in there and I kind of tweaked it a little bit, and I added the meta flanger from Waves to it, and it sounds like this. And we're only going to be using this sound on the part where the second part of the sample that we're using on the second half of the verse. We're only going to be using it on that particular part. So let's add that. All right, so I heard one little mess up in there. I'm gonna go in there, tweak that, and then we'll add some drums. so up next we got this little guitar hit that I got, and I just added some delay to it, and it sounds like this. Right, so we're just gonna put that in there just to add. Sometimes I'll take beats and I'll just add like little hits and little stuff throughout the beat or whatever, just to, you know, change it up a little bit. So let's add that. So up next we're gonna add a piano part just to the part where the breakdown is before the chorus comes back in. So we're actually using a piano out of Nexus. It's called Nexus Grand Piano, and we're just gonna be playing so something like that. So let's add that. So I heard a little hiccup in there. I'm gonna go in there, clean that up, and then we'll add something else. All right, for the most part, I think we're done. I actually went in there and I added a rise sound that I actually just created in Pro Tools. If you haven't seen my video on creating rises and sweeps in Pro Tools, you should watch that video. And I just went in there and I created one, and I actually added a reverse cymbal. I just want to give it one listen. Let's just give it one listen from the top. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really didn't know what I was gonna do or how I was gonna flip it or where to even begin to take it, you know what I'm saying, when I found the sample, but it turned out way doper than I thought, you know what I'm saying. I really hope you guys liked it, but if you didn't, I really want to know. Leave a comment below. Let me know, what did you think about the beat? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Would you have done something differently? All right, let's talk about it. And until next time, arrivederci.